what's going on YouTube land. It is I, JuneHeat, back with another video. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching, all the new subscribers. Welcome from the bottom of my heart. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming to share in the atmosphere. This one's for the wrestling fans, and I know I might be in the minority on this, and I might not, but I've been wanting to make this video for a minute, and I think now is the perfect time, seeing the climate with everything that's going on and occurring. I think that it's time for WWE to end the draft era. Now I know a lot of people like the draft era. They like the whole draft process and whatnot, and that's cool. It used to be cool. It used to be a cool idea, cool thing. But I miss those pre WCW invasion days when it was just whoever on whatever show. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no drafts, and one show had a champion, the other show had a champion. Like it was just. You can see Stone Cold on Raw or SmackDown. You can see Kurt Angle on Raw or SmackDown, or Rock on Raw or SmackDown. So it didn't matter. Like it was back in those days, it was better, kind of. And I think it's time for to go back to that. It's time to really go back to that. That's the last like piece to me. That's like the last piece of the Vince McMahon era is the draft. Like time to stop the draft, or either you don't have to stop it if you change it up. Like make it a real draft. NXT is like the college, you know, it's like the college of WWE. So make it like a real draft, like an annual draft. People who want to be eligible, make them like win a match to be eligible or something like that, and pull the trigger on it. Draft them up to the main roster. You know what I'm saying? Do it like that. But this the whole so and so to Raw or so and so to SmackDown, and uh, each show got their own champion. Is starting to the lines are blurred because as you can see, Seth is on Raw and SmackDown, and sometimes Cody has been on Raw and SmackDown. So why not just we already as fans have accepted the hierarchy of the championships. The World Heavyweight Championship is a secondary title whether people want to admit it or not. The WWE title is always going to be the big title. So the heavyweight championship is the second in command. And the intercontinental title is just that. It's intercontinental. Like it's the whole continent from Canada, US, and Mexico. So that's what intercontinental means. It's the continent, not just the US. So therefore the Intercontinental title is supposed to be over the United States title. So we already kind of accepted the hierarchy of the titles. Like just cut one of the tag titles out. That's all you would have to do. Like cut one of the tag titles, and I would add like maybe a Legends Championship or a Grand Slam championship or something like something of that magnitude where like you gotta have a Royal Rumble under your belt, a world title, intercontinental, and a tag title. Like you have to have all the credentials to hold this specific title to even be wrestling in the match. Like you need one of those titles for the upper echelon people like the CM Punks, the Seth Rollins, the hell, Jay Uso, Roman Reigns, all of them. Like they can start fighting for that title and have that be a thing. Like, but the whole draft era is starting to get tired. And it's a way you can freshen up all the stories, build new characters. Like you can do more when it's not draft like because sometimes you might not have the room on Raw, but you got the room on SmackDown. So sometimes you gotta work it out like that, man. You gotta start changing some things up. Like the whole draft era is tired. I'm tired of it personally. Cause I ain't going by it anyway. As you can see, just like Monday, you got Jimmy on Raw. You know what I mean? They crossing the brands anyway. Why not just create the show around the whole roster instead of trying to create a story for each show? Like just y'all excuse me. Whew, thought I had to sneeze. But yeah, it's like it's a way to freshen things up, man. The whole idea of Raw and SmackDown is starting to get old. Like they both ain't the same. Like they both can't go to each other's show. Like, come on, man. Not if you ain't gonna really pull the trigger as in a real competition and real prizes or something like that. Like otherwise it's just the stories are starting to get stale because of it. So why not mix it up? Like, why not mix it up? And just think of how better the stables would be, the factions, if if everybody if it was like, not on different shows. Like sometimes it's needed to have a three faction interaction where it's like three, maybe the top three factions is like, hold on, maybe you got the top two in the ring talking, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got the bloodline and the vision in the ring talking and say the judgment day or somebody come, or a new faction that might get built comes out there and like, hold on, we we are forced to be reckoned with. So just imagine the matches we can have, man. The possibilities is endless. So I feel like that's kind of like the best course for action. Like it's needed, man. Like it's needed. It's very much needed. Like it's time for the draft era to end. It's time to do away with that and start fresh. Start building stories from the ground up, like he did the Bloodline, like he did the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre story, like he doing the Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, like the possibilities will be endless because it'll be more prizes available. First of all, like I said, if you take away a tag title and add like maybe a Legend Grand Slam type title or a TV title, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do a lot if you just y'all gotta use sometimes you gotta stop thinking about business and start thinking about what makes sense for to keep the storylines going. It's like sometimes WWE get bogged down into just trying to get too they try to come down to the competitions basically. What I'm trying to say, because AEW right now they showing why a lot of us people don't really watch them like because you can't just build a show or yes it is a wrestling show but we don't want to see wrestling all the time like it's like every most of y'all wrestlers have the same moves the flippity floppities and you know what I'm saying y'all trying to be extra stiff trying to do it's like you're trying to push boundaries for what just tell a story like it has to be a wonderful balance. That's the same reason why WCW back in the day, when they first started, they was all about wrestling. They was trying to be the wrestling company, the wrestling company, the wrestling company. But soon later they figured out, oh, we gotta start putting some angles We got to start doing running some major angles, some storylines, getting some major gimmicks going. Like at some point, you got to change it up. Like you can't just be about wrestling. Sometimes the wrestling ain't enough. You got to have a story behind it. So, and WWE for a long time, for the last 5 years, they've been on point. But now it's starting to, they kind of starting to fall back into them old ways, and then they are using what they got. Like now, granted, I believe some of the plans that was originally planned has been foiled because of injuries or stuff like that. But apparently, is it's time for a real shakeup. Like, and the biggest shakeup I can think of is get rid of that draft. It's time. It's time. So yeah, that's all I want to say, man. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree. As always, please, please, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Keep being a part of this momentum. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all and love y'all. And as always, be blessed.